I am not doing the podcast right now. I'm just here to give everyone an update on what's going on in my life. So, I just moved from Tallahassee to South Florida. Thank fucking God, because Tallahassee is genuinely the worst city in all of Florida. The people there suck. The people that go to school there suck. The police don't do their fucking jobs. The entire police station is nothing but a bunch of crooked cops. And I kept getting into trouble even though I wasn't the one causing it. And if you don't believe me, guys, I literally went from going out every day to becoming the most isolated, antisocial person on the planet. Literally didn't leave my house unless I needed to. Stayed in my room all day, grinded on the podcast, and people still bothered me and then said that I was the problem. People tracked me down to my house and to my job. They went after my friends, because if you were a friend of mine, that was morally wrong and you needed to be punished for it, I guess. It wasn't a fun situation. So it took a lot to move out of there, but I did it because, honestly, I was very desperate to leave, and I've been desperate for a minute now. Anyway, 2 days from now, on August 13th, I'm going to be live streaming an event in Miami. I can't tell you what it is on here because TikTok bans me for anything, but I talk about it on my other socials, so go to X or Instagram if you want to find out more about it. But what I can tell you is that I'm going to be live streaming it, and it's going to be in Miami, and it's going to be at the Miami courthouse. So if you're in Miami and you want to attend the event, or if you want to see me live, you want to ask questions, meet me in person there. If you can't make it, you can just join one of the live streams. I won't be live streaming this on TikTok though. I'll be streaming this on Kick and on X. Thank you, Dewan, for the likes. Anyway, I don't think I really have much else to talk about. Well, I can tell you about the last podcast I put out. So, right now, the primary subject on my podcast is freeing you-know-who from jail. Once again, I can't talk about it because I'm on TikTok. But what I can tell you is that he is innocent. He has a clean criminal record. He has not been convicted. They have not given him a fair trial, and I go into all of this on my podcast. If I could freely speak, I would tell you more. But because I'm on this app, I can only say so much. But that's why we're going to the Miami courthouse on Thursday to protest and to get him out of there. Because this is the most unjust and unconstitutional thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. It's so unconstitutional that I have dropped all support I previously had for President Trump, because Trump is well aware of the situation and he is choosing to just take a backseat. And I can't support a president who's unconstitutional. People ask me all the time, Republican or Democrat. Obviously I'm Republican, but the reason I chose the Republican side is because the Republicans are the ones who are most in line with conservatism. I am a conservative before I am a Republican, because Republican is just the name of a political party. And like the Democrats, they do evil things. They do less evil things than the Democrats, but they are still evil people. Erica Kirk, J.D. Vance, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, they are all snakes. I'm a conservative because being a conservative means to conserve your shit. It means to conserve your country. It means to conserve your sanity, your beliefs, your religion. Thank you, Benzie, for the follow. So for that reason, because Trump is not upholding the Constitution, that's why I turned against him. And there are plenty of people in the Republican Party that I like, and there are plenty of people in the Republican Party that I don't like. I used to like most of them, but now there is this civil war going on in the Republican Party. Out of everyone that I dislike from the Republican Party, the one at the top of my list, honestly, is Candace Owens. Because Candace Owens... Now listen, I never heard of this lady until the death of Charlie Kirk. And when Charlie Kirk died, we should have been focused on outraging on the liberals because they were responsible for his death. I go through. Hi, Mari.
Hi, Adonis. I have a tourney battle at 10, so I didn't want to decline you, but I have to go and build my chat right now.
Okay, you're good. I'm not gonna be on for long, but I'll join once I'm out of here.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
What was I gonna say? Candace Owens is the biggest bitch in the podcasting industry. Can you provide your thoughts on the economic state of the union as it stands? I don't know what you mean by that, and Fredo, I'm against communism. I'm a conservative. I don't agree with communism at all. As I was saying about Candace Owens, though, she essentially got rich by telling lies disguised as conspiracy theories about her so-called friend, Charlie Kirk. There's no base, there's no evidence, there's no proof to anything that she's saying. She's been proven wrong with most of the stuff that she said, not just about Charlie Kirk, but about everything that she said ever. And there's been a trial. Tyler Robinson has been convicted. We know what really happened. And maybe the media is lying to us. The justice system is pretty fucked. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that should not be. We all know that the justice system is rigged. If you genuinely believe that the police and the judicial system and just our government as a whole genuinely has our best interests in hearts, then you're an idiot. It's very obvious. They don't even try to hide it anymore. They used to try to hide it. Now they don't even try to hide it anymore. They very obviously lie to us every single day. They do unconstitutional things every single day. And no one really cares because people are glued to other stuff on their phones. They're glued to video games. They're glued to corn. I'll call it that because of the app that I'm on right now. They are glued to distractions and not focused on what is important, which is why the government keeps taking advantage of us. This is why the government keeps taxing us. This is why people can't afford homes, why they can't afford food. This is why society is getting fucked, because people are too distracted by meaningless bullshit, and they lack the courage and the focus that is necessary to take our country back. By the way, guys, I'm not planning on clipping this live afterwards, so this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. If you were here, congratulations. This is... The people that are in here are going to be the only ones to see this. Unless there's someone screen recording and clipping it. I probably should go live more often, and I might do some Q&As. Guys, also, for those of you who are in here, notice... it should be on your lower right corner, there is a request button. And I don't always accept requests because sometimes I get into whatever I'm talking. But I have that there in case people want to come up here and debate and ask questions. We just got a request now. So let's see.
Hello.
Hello? Hey, what's up? What brings you up here?
Nothing. I was just saying hi to the legend.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
are the GOAT, brother.
Thank you. Where have you heard about me?
I'm from Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. I just moved out of there.
You just moved out of Tallahassee? Dude, you were the legend of Tallahassee.
Well, I was for a while, and then I'm sure you've heard about all the drama I went through.
Yeah, it was bullshit, dude. You were unfairly persecuted.
Yeah. Well, technically, I wasn't persecuted. I was never arrested or like convicted of anything, but they did try. People put in false police reports. They spread defamation rumors, and it's just a process of it all. It does get to you after a while.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I gotta go to bed, but I just wanted to say I love you, man. You're the GOAT.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that was cool. Some people joined to debate. Some people joined because they want to say hi. Some people like to troll, and some people will try to get you banned because get this, TikTok. I know your AI bot is watching this. Let me ask you something, TikTok. Why is it that if I bring a guest up here and they say or do something they're not supposed to do, I'm the one that gets punished for it? Why is that, TikTok? How's it going, Lucas? What brings you up
Hey,
here?
Adonis. I love you, dog.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I love you, dog.
Are you also from Tallahassee, or where did you hear about me?
Nah, I'm just here because I'm just here to spread love, man. I love you, dog.
Thanks. I appreciate it. You listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go though. I love you, dog. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you. I appreciate the support.
Yo!
How's it going, Cole? How are you today?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. What brings you up?
I've seen you around Tallahassee. Big fan. Big fan.
Oh, thank you. I just moved out of Tallahassee. I'm in South Florida now.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure you've heard, if you know I'm from Tallahassee, I'm sure you've heard of all the drama I went through, and I moved out of there because of all of that.
I just remember the Theta Chi video. I don't like those guys either, though. Fuck them.
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I used to get along with them, but over time I started to dislike not just Theta Chi, but people in Greek life in general. And then over time I started to dislike all of the people in Tallahassee because they kind of came after me and I hadn't really done anything but talk shit. You know, talking shit is not worth trying to break into someone's house and whatnot.
They broke into your house?
They tried to. So I'm sure if you heard about the Annabelle case, that's when it all went down. I walked around with an Annabelle doll as a prank. And FSU, their police department, they trespassed me from the entire campus because of it. And there were a bunch of people who tried to get me arrested for it, while also doing things like leaving trash at my door, getting me fired from my job, trying to break into my house. There was a lot of stuff that went on, and that's the reason why I moved out of Tallahassee, because this stuff kept happening, and I was getting sick of it.
Bro, how'd they find where you live?
Well, who knows? You know, it's not hard when you live in a small community like that. The FSU community, everyone's connected, everyone knows each other. So someone could have followed me home, but most likely what happened is they probably got insider information from, like, a neighbor of mine or something.
Bro, that's messed up. You should sue your neighbor. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Yo, wait.
I can't sue
So
for, Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. No, it was like another topic. So there's this guy. Do you like the Sigma, like I hate Sigma Chi guy?
I may or may not have heard of him. I really don't pay attention to what goes on in Greek life.
No, he's not in Greek life. It's just this guy that, like, he just walks around and records, like, kids' feet. Like, their socks, bro. He's really big into socks.
That's weird.
No, it was, you didn't, you know that, like, big guy in College Town? He just records people. He was like, you can't miss this guy. He's massive.
I've never heard of him. I genuinely don't even know who that is. Do you know his name? Do you know his handle?
It's literally like, I hate Sigma Chi.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
He like, no, he's just like, he like goes to colleges and just like harasses dudes. He's like, there's like a lot of shit to it. But he was like one of the, like, you know, he was like popular in Tallahassee, you know?
Yeah, I've never heard of him, but based on what you're telling me, I probably wouldn't like him.
Yo, wait, Adonis. Oh, you moved. I was going to ask if you still go to Palace, bro.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you, I do not like Palace at all.
Really? I love Palace.
Dude, the last time I was there. Okay, you know Ace Prodigy?
Yes, dude, the rapper.
Yeah, he's goated. There's a behind-the-scenes video because I sometimes help him with his music stuff. But last time I went to Palace, I was with Prodigy and another friend of ours. And we walk in, and the whole bar is just a sweaty armpit full of dudes. There's like maybe 2 chicks. And obviously being more guys than girls, all the girls are getting hit on by like 5 guys at once. So it was so bad that I left and walked around for an hour and came back. As we were leaving, Ace put on one of his songs in his car because he does that sometimes. He'll play his song on a speaker to advertise his music. Security gets up in his face. No, security straight up reaches into his car to turn off his music. And security gets up in his face and tells him to leave right now. And if he doesn't, we're going to call the cops. And just escalates the entire situation. And I told Ace, you know, like, he's way nicer than I would have been. Because if you reach into my car, I'm not going to say what I would have done because TikTok will ban me. But if you reach into my car or any of my property without my permission, let's just I'd take extreme legal measures that would be considered self-defense.
Really? How long ago was this?
Maybe like a month or 2 ago.
A month? Damn.
It was like in the middle of summer, dude. Summer in Tallahassee sucks, but the summer this year is one of the worst summers in Tallahassee. It was like the night before I moved out, me and Prodigy went around to film his music video, which is, you can see it in the behind the scenes video that's out. It's on my YouTube and everything. College Town looked like a zombie apocalypse. It looked like nobody had been there in 5 years. Like, I know summer is usually dead around this time, but this is the deadest I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. My buddy Amar, he's on his like 5th year, and he only stayed so he could have like another fall and then another summer, and he was hella mad how dead it was.
It used to be not like that, dude. It used to be that, like, you would, like, yeah, it got dead throughout the summer. Typically, June would be the deadest month of the whole year. Around July, some of the locals came out, some of the people would start to come back. Especially on the 4th of July. July is actually, like, my favorite month because you get to go out and there's enough people that you can go out and socialize, but it's not so much that you're crowded in like a bunch of sardines in the middle of the school year, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, now it's just horrible, dude. Like, Tallahassee really made a turnaround. Like, bro, 2023 was the perfect year because that's when I was, like, getting along with everybody. I didn't have many enemies. That's when Jordan Travis was on the FSU Seminoles, and he won every single game except the last one because he broke his leg. I'm convinced there was a curse because once Jordan Travis broke his leg, the entire city went to shit, and it's only gotten worse since then.
Yeah, I thought it was because that kid didn't eat the dog shit.
That's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. I remember when they did that trend when people were actually eating feces. And I just think about these things because I think the most controversial event that I've had is when I went with the Annabelle doll on campus and the police came to my job to inform me that I was permanently trespassed from the campus. And about a week later, Eichner committed that atrocity on the campus because FSU is more concerned over an Annabelle doll than the safety of their own campus. They still haven't done anything to protect the campus since that event. And it's crazy to me how they have dumbasses who will eat feces out of a cup for views and for attention and because they genuinely believe there's some curse. But the Annabelle doll is our main concern. Like, I would say that someone who can get sick from eating feces out of a cup, I feel like that is much more concerning versus me just walking around with a doll. Like, I wasn't following anybody, I wasn't harassing anybody, I was just walking around with the doll because the people's reactions to it was hilarious. And somehow they decided that that was much worse than amplifying the safety of their own campus.
Yeah, wait, what's this strip story?
Yeah, so, yeah, I saw that comment, and I don't know what Grayson's talking about, but to answer your question and Connor's question, basically, I went to the strip one day. I hadn't been there for a while because, like I said, I literally stopped going out because every time I left my house, I ran into shit with people, so I just stopped going out entirely. But a coworker of mine, he had a buddy that I knew who was coming into town for his birthday, and he had convinced me to go to strip because I hadn't seen him in a while and probably not going to see him again. So even though I was kind of reluctant to go because I know I have a tendency to get into trouble and people don't like me, I decided to go anyway. I go in, it's me and this group, it's basically my coworker and all his friends. I stayed within the group, didn't leave the group, didn't talk to anybody, didn't order no drinks, nothing. It's probably one of these where I can thoroughly tell you that I did not cause any trouble because, like, I've never really been one to cause trouble, but obviously, like, there's been nights where I might be drinking a little and I might be a little rowdier than usual. As we're leaving, some fat guy comes up to me, and I made a video about this that went viral, by the way. It was mostly FSU people that liked it, but this dude is like 2 feet taller than me. He's fat. He comes up to me, puts his fat stomach up in my face because he's trying to, like, intimidate me. He's trying to get in my face. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know who you are. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't know you. I'm not talking to you. I had no idea that this guy was one of the managers of the strip. And he calls the police over because the police like to hang out in the parking lot instead of taking care of actual problems around the city. And he had them trespass me from the strip. And I have no idea why, because in Florida, you can trespass anyone from any business without a reason. You don't even have to provide a reason. You can just trespass them because you feel like it. That's how FSU got away with trespassing me over a doll. And that's why strip trespassed me without giving me a clear reason why. Now, I suspect it might have been because I got into an argument with Oriana, who's one of the managers at the strip. It wasn't this night. It was months and months and months before this happened. Thanks for the gift, White. Or Ryan. No, Ryan sent that. And thanks for the roses, White. Because Oriana saw a clip from my podcast where I was making fun of somebody. Because if you watch my podcast, you know I kind of use it. Like, if I have, like, an issue with someone, I'll, like, expose them for said issue and I'll talk shit about them. Yeah. But one of those people happened to be her employees. And she came up to me, and the way she worded it made it seem like they were going to jump me. I'm going to be real with you. I felt threatened because I thought that they were going to jump my ass. And the thing about me is if you threaten me, like, if I fear for my safety, I don't run away. I just attack. Like, if I feel genuinely concerned, scared, whatever the term is, you know the saying fight or flight, my instinct is to fight. I don't run away. It's just not me. Yeah. So I basically told her, this has nothing to do with you. It didn't happen on strip property. I didn't mention the strip. Like, you know, this is happening in her own personal life. And even though I'm talking about publicly, the situation really is just between me and her. And I sent her about 3 long texts, and it was paragraph after paragraph after paragraph that I was basically just going off on her. And she saw the text, and she didn't know what to say. She didn't respond for about 2 days, and then 2 days later, she basically apologized. She admitted that I was right, and she was like, you know what, we're good. I'm not going to bring it up again. And I never spoke to her after that. I didn't go to the strip for months because I didn't want to run into her or anyone else for that matter. But then when I did go back to the strip, they trespassed me. So I have a high suspicion that the reason they trespassed me is probably because she got butthurt that I made her look bad, because I also exposed her for this on the podcast. So she's probably butthurt that I made her look bad, and she probably told the other managers, like, we need to fuck this guy over. So I suspect that's why I got trespassed, but I can't say for sure because, like I said, they won't tell me why I'm trespassed.
I mean, it's strip. That's not that much of a loss, dude. And why is Grayson beefing with everyone? We don't have to ban this guy.
Yeah, I saw some of his comments. I don't know who he is, or it might just be a troll, honestly. I don't understand half of what he's talking about. And Carter asked, are you still banned from strip? Yes, as far as I'm concerned, I am still banned from strip, but it honestly doesn't matter because I am never going to step foot in Tallahassee again.
Why not, bro? What about Halloween? Think about it.
Dude, Halloween is ass. I'm a huge Halloween supporter. And I like the horror of Halloween. Putting on silly costumes and getting drunk, that's not Halloween. I've done Halloween more than once, obviously, because I lived in Tallahassee for a while. I only liked Halloween my first year living in Tallahassee. After that, I was like, okay, this is just a bunch of drunk idiots partying like they do for the rest of the school year. Matter of fact, Tallahassee has multiple Halloweens because they dress up for events like the senior bar crawl and whatnot. So as far as I'm concerned, Tallahassee doesn't even have a Halloween. Thanks for the heartbeat, Grayson. So I think what makes Halloween so special, or any holiday that you celebrate for that matter, is that it only comes around once a year. So when you celebrate it throughout the year like they do, it takes the specialty out of it. And it's like, yeah, like, I like Halloween Horror Nights. I want to go to Salem, Massachusetts. I like the authenticity of the horror and, like, dressing up in actual scary costumes. Not freaking hot girls. Explain this to me. Why are the hottest girls in Tallahassee dressing up as Thing 1 and Thing 2 and Lord Farquaad and going out of their way to make themselves look ugly? Why is that?
Because they're funny, bro. It's funny. That's what they think. Don't you think?
That's what they say, but I didn't find it funny. I'll tell you this, women are not funny, dude. They try to be, they are so not.
Why?
They think it's funny to make themselves look ugly in a Lord Farquaad costume. I don't know what the inside joke is, but I do not get it. If I'm going to go out and talk to a girl on Halloween, she better be dressed as Harley Quinn, or just like some normal it doesn't even have to be a slutty costume. It just has to be something normal, like Barbie, or a witch, or a Playboy girl. But once they start wearing these... let me just put it this way. Do not dress up as a dude. Don't dress up as Bob Ross. Don't dress up as Lord Farquaad. Don't dress up as any male character, or male celebrity, or male anything. You look like an idiot. And also put some effort into your costumes. I saw one girl last Halloween. She put on a guy's blue button-up shirt and lifted it up to show her stomach and some shorts. And she carried around a fake microphone, and she told everyone that she was Sabrina Carpenter. That is the laziest piece of dog shit I've ever seen in my life. That's not a costume. You don't just pull out whatever you have out of your closet and throw it together and go, oh, I'm Sabrina Carpenter. No, you're not. You're just some blonde bitch in an oversized shirt. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's fact. Alright, I gotta go. I'm on the walk to Palace right now. I gotta go.
Okay, thanks for joining. I guess I'll see you next time.
I think Grayson wants to join. He's been spamming it, so...
Yeah, I've got 3 requests, but I only bring up people one at a time, so I'm going to take the next person and see what they got to say.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Hello,
What up,
Grayson.
Adonis?
How's
It's
it
going
going?
good. I've been waiting for a long time, bro. First off, I just want to say I was not hating in the chat. Drew is the hater. He is the hater.
Oh, you're
If
good.
anyone needs to be banned, it's Drew. How's your night going, Adonis?
Good.
What you?
Good. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were saying because I don't catch all the comments because I
Yeah.
get into like my talking points and whatnot.
Basic.
I just saw someone was talking shit, so I didn't know what was going
Yeah.
on.
Basically, Drew just came at me. He said some really personal stuff about like my mom who died. So he just It's cool though. What you doing right now?
I'm just hanging out. I just moved out of Tallahassee to South Florida, so I figured I'd just come on here and update everyone on what's going on. On the 13th, I'm gonna be live streaming outside of the Miami courthouse. It's not gonna be on TikTok though, because TikTok has an agenda and they'll censor anything that goes against it. So it's
For
gonna be
sure.
on Kick and on Twitter. So, like I was explaining earlier, I don't think you saw it because I don't think you had joined yet. But I was explaining that I can't say what it is that I'm streaming because TikTok will just ban my account. But I do talk about it on my other social medias like Instagram and
Good to
Twitter.
know.
So
Good
if
to
you
know.
want to know more about it, just go there and check it out.
Yeah, I'll make
Matter
sure
of
to
fact,
tune in.
guys, for everyone who's watching, I do recommend that you go check out my other socials. It's Adonis Ultimate everywhere. On Instagram, it's Adonis.ultimate because Instagram banned my original Adonis Ultimate account for no reason. But
It's Israel, dude.
I
They're
would have to
coming after you.
it could be. But I
It really
recommend that you follow more of my other socials than this one because TikTok heavily censors everything for no reason. And I'm a very uncensored person, so there really is a huge limit onto what I can post on here.
You're like the modern
wanna
day
see,
Nick
like-
Shirley of our generation. Like, you're telling us the truth. I respect that.
I've never heard of Nick Shirley. Who is that?
He's like a journalist who like he goes around and he tries to expose the truth about like fraud in government and stuff. Like he went to Minnesota and exposed like a bunch of Somalians like laundering money through a child daycare service and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But they're like
Well,
trying to silence
yeah.
him because he's exposing people.
I think that is exactly what's happening to me because I've had quite a few of my accounts get banned. And, I don't give up. I always start new ones. But it just sucks because, you work hard to, like, build up your following. And, like, as soon as my accounts hit, like, 2,000 to 3,000 followers, they ban my account. And the thing is, they won't even tell me why they're banning my accounts either, which means just, like, anytime you get banned off of social media, they usually give you a reason. Like, hey, you posted a dick pic. You're not supposed to do that. For that reason, we're banning your account. Anytime I got banned off of anything, TikTok, Instagram, doesn't matter what the platform is, they never give me a specific reason. All they say is that I violated community guidelines. And, usually they give you warnings too. Like, there's a strike, and then there's another strike. They send you a warning. Maybe they take away, like, for example, Instagram will ban you from being able to comment for a week, or you can't send DMs for a week, or they'll shadow ban you. They don't do any of that. It's like, I'll literally, like, I could open this account tomorrow and be randomly banned, and I'll have no clue why.
Yeah.
So, it sucks, but, I'm not
They're
gonna
breaking your
stop
First
because
Amendment right, man.
They are, back in, like, 2016, it sucks that I was a kid back then, because I feel like we really did have better times. But
Yeah, for
before 2020, because once Biden came into office and COVID happened, that's when everything went to shit. And
That's the
I thought people
truth.
were gonna, I thought everyone knows that I was a big Trump supporter. I'm not anymore. So update for anyone who's not been keeping up with my podcast.
I
do
agree with
not
you,
support
Adonis.
Trump anymore.
I was big on Trump, and I've slowly faded away from him. He's proved us wrong.
Well, because of what I'm going to be talking about at the courthouse in 2 days, that is the main reason why I don't support Trump, because he currently is not upholding the Constitution. But aside from that, I voted for him because I expected the Trump from 2016. Keep in mind, the Trump from 2016 this was the best economy that America had seen in years.
I agree.
But the Trump of today, he's just slacking off. He's more worried about being pro-Israel. He doesn't know what's going on with the war in Iran. He is not the Trump that I voted for. I don't know if he got possessed
He's literally,
or what,
he's a
but
puppet. He's Israel's puppet.
yeah, I think that is true to an extent. I also think he's just gotten lazy and he's lost his backbone.
Yeah, he's
Because the Trump
definitely
from
getting old.
2016 would. Yeah, because the Trump from 2016, he would have told Israel to fuck off.
Yeah.
He would
True.
not have. Like, I still genuinely believe. Yo, Connor, thanks for tagging Dean Withers. I actually have plans to debate him, but every time I join, get this, Dean Withers is so huge on TikTok. Every time I hit the request box, like Racing, you just hit the request box to come up here and talk to me.
CJ, that is not. I don't know who CJ is, but that's just not funny. We're not making those jokes, dude.
Yeah, that's not cool. I do wish I got to debate him, though. I don't think Charlie Kirk and I would have even had much of a debate because I agree with him on pretty much everything. But
I do agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I don't think we know the full truth of that either.
Yeah, and I was talking about that earlier, dude. Candace Owens is a cunt, dude. I've never heard of her until the Charlie Kirk situation, and she's only famous now because she got rich and popular by talking about her so-called friend's death. Everything that she has said was proven to be untrue when they put Tyler Robinson on the trial, and even before that, we knew, anyone with a brain knew that she was just making stuff up for views. The stuff that she said made no sense whatsoever. She was making stuff up. She is the actual definition of a conspiracy theorist, but it's not that. She's not even a conspiracy theorist.
I do agree. I have one
news.
counterpoint. I have one counterpoint for you. As a friend, because she was very close with Charlie, friends with him. As a friend, wouldn't you want your friend to look into everything that happened with your death, and if it seems sus, not look into the suspicious stuff? If he is, if that is truly your friend, and I mean, I heard you say earlier that Candace Owens got big from this. She was big pre Charlie Kirk dying, like 100%.
I think she was, because I've seen her do interviews with Top G and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
and by the way, if this ends for whatever reason, TikTok just added 2 restrictions to my account, and as usual, they won't tell me why. So if I go away, that's why. But
they're just trying to silence us, bro.
We're
We're out here speaking the truth, and they're trying to silence us.
Dude, listen, it's not just that, but TikTok will restrict you for anything. Like, I got an account warning last week. They've since removed it. But they had an account warning that lasted about 2 weeks where they basically told me that if I posted anything and they restricted it, they would ban my account permanently. And I'm like, dude, TikTok is so dumb that I could post a picture of a tree right now and it will somehow violate the community guidelines and they'll ban my account. It's not just me. Go look.
I think there's a broader
It's literally
thing.
A trend.
I think there's a
trending
broader
on
thing.
TikTok right now. Well, I'll tell you what it is, and this is why I got banned on Instagram too, by the way. TikTok and Instagram, it's no longer run by humans. Meta fired over half their staff. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but what I can tell you is that both TikTok and Instagram, they have an AI bot that runs the algorithm and uses its AI features to detect what might go against community guidelines without human supervision. So that's why you get restrictions.
Little bit of a
and you're not even
conspiracy
doing
theory. But think about this. TikTok tries to violate your freedom of speech and not let you say what you want. Who are they run by? China. What does China do?
Well, they were run by China. Now they're run by Israel.
Of course they are.
I don't know if you heard about that. Trump bought TikTok. Well, I don't think he personally bought TikTok, but Trump saved TikTok.
By getting an Israel person to buy it and silence. That's why I said something negative against Israel. That's probably why you got a strike. I'm sorry, bro. It's me.
And you're fine because I honestly don't care because I'm always going to stand up for my freedom of speech. They can add on as many restrictions. They can shadow ban me. They can ban my account. I'll just make another account and keep spreading my message because
make them
I
again and again and
in the
again.
Stuff that
They
I
can't
talk.
stop you. Yep.
Exactly. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep being a thorn in your side until they gave in. But here's the facts, because I like to base my opinions on the facts. This is what separates me and other conservatives from liberals, is liberals rely on just their emotions and they make stuff up. I base my opinions off of the facts. The fact is, somebody in America bought TikTok to prevent TikTok from getting banned, and then Trump gave TikTok to a Jew. That is fact. You can look that up. Now, I will also say this. This is another reason why I don't support our government, because them banning TikTok is a violation of the Constitution. It's the violation of our freedom of speech. Just like how they can't, like, other countries will ban, like, horror movies because they're too intense. In America, you can't do that, though. This is also why I don't agree. I won't vote for James Fishback, because he wants to ban the corn industry. Ron DeSantis also banned a lot of corn sites, which is unconstitutional.
I will admit I voted for Fishback.
And you're in your right to do that. I agree with a lot of Fishback's opinions and what he's saying. I just don't agree with the way he's handling it. Like,
I have to look at all the candidates, and then I have to think about it. And when I look at all them, one, Byron Donald supports a lot of things I just don't support, like AI data centers, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't like Byron Donald or Fishback. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to vote for any governor candidate this year because I simply do not agree with them. And so I'm on board at least 90%, or if any less than that, it's like, okay, well then I'm just not voting for anyone.
And I'm not a supporter of them by any means, but I'm just kind of a guy who thinks you should look at every perspective. The guy in the Florida side is a Democrat. He's a Democrat this year, but he's not as Democrat as most Democrats are, if that makes sense. I would just say look into him. I'm not saying he's good. I don't agree with most of his stuff, but he's not as liberal, if that makes sense.
I will say right now, I'm still not voting for him, but right now Byron Donald looks better than Fishback, because I mean Fishback's just been rage baiting him. You know, he's going after
this
people
kid, CJ, should we bring him in to debate him? Byron Donald's AI is the future. Grayson is scared as fuck to debate me, but it's cool. Who is it?
I'll debate him. I usually only bring up one person at a
All
time.
Right,
so
you know what? Bring him in,
because
because I want to hear what he has to say. So I'll leave. Bring him in.
Okay, you can stay if you want to debate him too. So.
All right, bet. Let's do it. CJ, first of all, I'd just like to say that was very wrong about Charlie Kirk. You shouldn't have said that. But continue.
So I'm here to just go over some things that have been said that I just don't appreciate, especially from Grayson. The stuff about Fishback, he's lying about everything. He's a horrible person. He's a Nazi fascist pedophile who likes little ass kids. And Byron Donald is the future of this country, this state. He's the future. He's everything right about the state of Florida. And if you want your state to improve, you vote for Byron Donald on August 18th.
Hold up. 1 second. Name 5 policies of Byron Donald's right now. And look at him. He's looking it up right now. See him muted, and he's left the live. He's Googling 5 policies right now.
Well, I'm going to disconnect him because if you're going to come up here to debate me, at least know what you're talking about. The fact that he had to mute to go look it up just shows that he doesn't know what he's talking about, so he's not worth my time.
For real. It's not. It's not.
Look at him in the comments. Somehow it's racist that I wouldn't put up with his nonsense.
That is just typical.
Yeah, if anyone wants to debate, have a proper debate. You better know what you're talking about. But that was what Grayson asked, is one of the simplest questions anybody could have asked. And
if you support the person and say he's the future of the country, you should know 5 policies he has.
Yeah. And Addison said, know your facts, CJ. Addison, I hope you're not Addison Miller. I don't know who you are, but there's an Addison Miller that I don't like. So I genuinely hope that's not you. I hope it's a different Addison.
Addison Miller, what happened with Addison Miller? Can I ask, or is that an untouched subject?
Yeah, that's fine. She used to be my neighbor at Nova, which Nova was the apartment complex. They literally tried to evict me because of the drama that I had with FSU and the whole Annabelle case. Addison Miller used to be my friend, or at least she pretended to be. We used to hang out on several times a week. I'd go to her house. She introduced me to all her friends and whatnot. And during the whole Annabelle case, she went to the security company that runs like Nova and State House and like all the apartment complexes in Tallahassee. And she reported me for harassing her. She basically claimed that I was harassing her with the doll and like knocking on her door and like harassing her with it. And that was a falsified report. But security came to my house and knocked on my door and asked me questions. And I had to bring up proof on like my iPad and show them like texts we had exchanged and whatnot, and basically prove to them that like, hey, this is my friend, or so I thought. And yeah, I've messed with her before because I thought we were friends, but it wasn't to the extent. Like, one thing is messing and one thing is harassing somebody. Like, sure, I've like playfully insulted her here and there. Yeah, she's like seen the Annabelle doll out because I was sitting with the doll out in the lobby. But I never fucking harassed her with the doll. I didn't bring the doll to her house like she claims I did or anything like that.
Yeah.
So security takes my report, and I guess they decided I was in the right because they never came back. I never faced any consequences for it. About a week or so afterwards, when the Annabelle case was starting to blow over, now I still saw Addison because, you know, we're neighbors, so I still saw her in my complex.
For sure.
She tried to talk to me, and she tried to act all friendly, and she, like, tried to be like nothing happened. And I was so pissed, I didn't even talk to her, I didn't even look at her. Usually when I'm pissed at somebody, I'll curse them out, I'll flip them off, I'll tell them to go fuck themselves. I was so pissed, I couldn't find the words to tell her how pissed I was. Because you say you're my friend, you see that I'm currently going through shit, because I kid you not, I couldn't even step outside of my apartment building without getting attacked. They were leaving trash at my apartment building, they tried to hack into my phone, they tried to break into my house.
Oh my god.
Like, you are fully aware of this. Everyone was. Friend or foe, everyone was aware of what I was going through. And instead of ignoring it or trying to help me out, you decided to go and make the situation worse and lie about it. And now you're, in a sense, lying to me because you're pretending like that didn't happen. Like, security came to my house and they showed me the report that you put in against me. And now you're trying to be friends. And honestly, I think what she may have been trying to do is she may have been trying to get me to talk to her and probably have like a friend record it or something so that they can then take it to security and be like, look, he's talking to her and she doesn't want to be talked to or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just ignore her completely. And once I moved out of Nova, once I moved out of Nova, I never saw her again. But that is ultimately why I left Tally, because, dude, it's like, I couldn't trust anyone. Because what Miller did to me, countless other people did, where they would pretend to be my friend just so that they could backstab me later. I had people who were friends of my enemies, and they'd come to me and pretend to be a friend of mine without telling me that they were friends with XYZ. In reality, their only purpose in talking to me was to try and get dirt on me so that they could help their friends, aka my enemies, tarnish my name even more than it was already tarnished. And I'm like, guys, like, you're calling me the bad guy, but all I've done is talk shit on a... Like, I know I talk shit on a podcast, but at the end of the day, it's just words. Like, come on. Like, is this really worth it? Like, you're pissed off because of a podcast and a doll? That's why I deserve all this? Like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. Dude. At least you're gone, bro. Because that whole town was out to get you something.
Yeah, it was. Even the crooked police.
I've heard Tally PD can be shady.
Yeah, they can be. Most of them, honestly, the Tallahassee Police Department, most of them don't give a fuck about anything, which is like, hey, like, I'm actively in trouble. Like, I went to them several times, because, dude, people try to break into my house. Someone literally tried to hit me with their car. There's this group of girls, the Slugging Girls, I'm going to name drop them right here. Carly Cropsey, Kylie Stomler, Mason Weimer, shit. Cassidy Ryder, Emma Andrews, and there were a bunch of other people in that group, because this is like one of those friend groups where there's like a bunch of them, and every time you hang out with them, there's somebody new that you never met before. But those were the main girls, the ones that I just named. They're like the main girls in that group. They tried to hack my phone, and they couldn't because I have an Android phone.
Is ridiculous. Hold up. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can you just kick him? I don't know what is... Like, this guy...
Yeah, I
What's
can.
wrong with him?
Because at this point he's just taking up space in the comments when other people probably have stuff that's actually more important to say.
Exactly.
But what was I getting at?
Just about how you name dropped those 5 people and what they did.
Oh
what you
yeah,
were telling me
the
what they were
slugging
doing.
girls. I call them the slugging girls because that's what they named their joint's TikTok account. It's like slugging or slugging1. And by the way, they set their accounts to private because of me, because I made a bunch of videos about them and tagged them 100 times. And they got so fucking called out. They got called out so hard they ended up putting their account on private.
Holy shit.
So
you got influence,
they
actually. I respect that.
Thank you. But they essentially tried to hack my phone. Well, first they started by calling me multiple times, then they tried to hack my phone, and that failed because they have iPhones and I have an Android. I have an Android because, honestly, I believe that Apple is a shitty company. Everyone tries to make fun of me for having an Android. They're like, oh, you're cheap, you're broke because you don't have an Apple. I'm like, guys, I genuinely don't like Apple as a company. I don't like their products. I don't like that you have to buy a new device every year. I'm on my phone right now, but I usually use my iPad to do my podcasting stuff. And I always have issues with this iPad. It's about 2 years old. I always have issues with it because it's always running out of storage. It's always slow. Now it's giving me issues where it won't charge sometimes. And it's like, these things cost like thousands of dollars and they're so poorly made. And Apple does this on purpose so that you're forced to go buy their newer products. It costs even more money than their last one. They're a snake company. I don't like Apple at all.
No, that is true. They make a new one, make a new one, make a new one. They make a new one. They know exactly the life that it's going to have until it doesn't work that much. And then they make a new one for everyone else to buy it.
Yeah. And oh, look, someone tagged Addison Miller in the comments, so I guess we'll be seeing her pretty soon. But what was I going to say? So, and to be honest with you, most people who have iPhones, some of them have them because they're like content creators and whatnot, and they genuinely need like a better quality camera or whatever to produce their content. But most people out here, they're just buying iPhones to make themselves look cool. It's just like some people have rich things because they're genuinely rich people, and then you got people who pretend to be rich. They take a loan out on a sports car. They wear Gucci shirts. Bro, nobody with a brain cell wears Gucci shirts. It's just a white t-shirt with the words Gucci on it. You look R-worded wearing it. I'm saying that because, once again, I'm on TikTok and they'll add another restriction to my account. Which is also R-worded. But, like, most people buy iPhones not because they genuinely like them, but to show off. So, but back to my original point about the slugging girls, when they couldn't hack into my phone, they figured out who one of my friends was, Jaden. Jaden is a friend of mine from Jacksonville because I grew up in Jacksonville, and he's been friends with me since I was like 15. And he was one of the only people that stood by me and actually helped me out when I was going through this shit, because FSU attacked me so hard, I was genuinely on the verge of losing my sanity, which is exactly what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to lose my sanity so that they could then say, hey guys, look, we were right. Shit. This guy is crazy. You good?
Yeah, my bad. I wasn't muted and I was peeing.
Oh, yeah, you're good. So when the slugging girls found out that Jaden was helping me the best he could with the Annabelle case and everything else I had going on, when they found out that he was a friend of mine, they found his phone number, and they actually hacked his phone numerous times. And now he's upset. And now his wife is upset because he got married young, and he has a wife at home, and his wife is upset because why are all these college girls calling her phone all day? Understandably so. If I had a girlfriend and there were a bunch of dudes calling her phones, it looked suspicious, and I'd get pretty upset too. And then when she found out that, hey, I don't know, these girls are basically harassing me, she got even more upset. He went to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and then they didn't even give a shit, because this is something else that I talk about. If you're a woman, you can get away with pretty much anything. They literally laughed him out of the police station because he was being harassed by girls. And he even straight up told them, just because they're girls doesn't mean that they can't commit a crime. And the cops just didn't care. Like, their whole argument is literally like, they're girls.
Apparently you can only harass if you're a man. Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because I've also been in situations where,
That
like,
just
girls
pisses
have...
me off. That actually just pisses me off.
Yeah. Because I don't really... See, the thing is, I'm not someone who's, like, very easily bothered by things, so I don't really like to use the word harass. But I've been in situations with women before where if it was the other way around, if I did it to them, it would 100% be considered harassment. And this is just another thing, because not only is it unfair, it's literally unconstitutional. Like, we might as well shred the Constitution at this point, because the government is not following the Constitution at all. The people...
Yeah.
Like, when you're a police officer, when you accept that badge, it is your sworn duty not to just protect and serve and uphold the law, but your primary duty as any government official is to uphold the Constitution. And they just don't do that. Most police officers, I'm not going to say all, because I still have hope that there are some good people out there, but most police officers, most of the police that I've dealt with in my lifetime, they are crooked people who are basically criminals with badges and guns. They are basically legal criminals. They can do whatever they want to and get away with it. And they also get to choose who the law applies to. For example, they'll knock on my door and cause trouble for me because of an Annabelle doll, but they won't do anything about the people actually committing crime, like the people who try to break into my house, or the girls hacking my phone, or... Like, I could literally make an endless list of all the stuff that has been done to me that is straight up, clear as day, illegal. And I've put in I don't know how many police reports, and they just don't care. It's gone to the point now where...
Most cops are the type of guy to wear a Gucci shirt.
Maybe so. But now I don't even put in police reports. Now I just take care of stuff myself. And the crazy thing is, last time I had a situation with this guy named Jonathan Dean, who's in his 40s, by the way, and he got offended by something that I said on my podcast, so he tracked me down to my job at Publix and threatened to fight me in the parking lot while I was helping a customer. And Publix, by the way, is another shit company, because Publix put me in a situation where I was basically forced to leave the company, once again, over my podcast. Had nothing to do with them whatsoever. But what I was saying about Jonathan is, you know, I didn't go to the cops because I knew that they weren't going to do anything. So me and Jonathan got to this feud online where he kept threatening me, and he kept instigating a fight. He kept threatening to, like, knock my teeth in. He kept calling me a bitch. He literally begged me to meet up with him in person and physically fight him. And I'm like, dude, no, like, I'm not that immature, unlike you. So, Eventually the situation got so big that about 2 weeks into it, the cops called me, and they were like, what's going on? I told them what's going on. Clearly, he's the one in the wrong, because, I mean, this guy came to my job to threaten me while I was at my job, and by the way, the reason why he came to my job and not anywhere else is because he knows that my job is a one place where I have to be professional and I can't do anything, because
what's this guy's name?
He knows, because Jonathan Dean.
Jonathan Dean, the type of guy to wear a Gucci shirt.
Maybe so. Because also, Jonathan Dean and I used to hang out. The funny thing is, most of these people coming after me used to be my friends years ago. And Jonathan Dean knows from hanging out with me, and then also, obviously, from my podcast, if he did that to me anywhere else, it would have been on site. But because I'm at my job, I can't just drop everything and, like, fight the dude or even get into a shouting match. Like, it's not worth me losing my job over. And he knew that. That's why he came to my job, because he knew that that was the only place where I was defenseless. Or in the very least, I wouldn't be able to do anything because I had too much at risk. Anywhere else, if he came to my house, if he came to College Town, if he came to a bar, it would have been on site, and he knew that. And that's why he's a coward. So the police basically told me that they weren't going to do anything because it happened 2 weeks ago, and they were like, oh, you should have come to us when it first happened. I'm like, y'all don't do anything. Just like you're telling me now, just like you're giving me this bullshit excuse that, well, it happened 2 weeks ago, so we can't do anything. This is why I didn't go to you guys, because I have been in countless situations. I should make a list of the situations I've been in where the police straight up didn't do anything. This is why I take care of shit myself. This is why I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I've got weapons at the house. I'm going to carry a gun on me, which I can do. Because we have Second Amendment rights. Yes, he is a bitch. And anytime somebody fucks with me and crosses the line and they do anything illegal and they threaten me, I'm going to just take care of stuff myself. Now watch. I would not be surprised if one day I end up hurting somebody in self-defense because I have been physically attacked before, and I have had to defend myself using violent methods before. Do not be surprised if one day I get into some sort of altercation where I have to get physical, and then they arrest me just because they're looking for an excuse to arrest me to shut me up.
Yeah. All right. I got one more thing before I want to go. I got one more thing. I made a little song for you.
Oh God.
Jonathan Dean is a bitch. Slugging girls is a bitch. Addison Miller is a bitch. Addison Miller is a bitch. Marvel at my Wawa sub. Yeah, I got my Gucci sharp. I'ma go make Jonathan Dean eat my fucking fart. Hey! Adonis, it's been real.
Thanks for joining. That was a good song. I thought it was gonna be something cool. That was good.
All right, I'm gonna follow you, bro. I'd love to do this again sometime.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, one of these days we will. Bye. All right, we got other requests. Let's see who else wants to join. Wow, we got a lot of requests actually.
Yo,
what's up, Charlie?
What up, bro?
What's up? How's it going?
Great. I really liked your story about those guys that were. You said they were fucking with you, Jonathan.
Yeah, well, one guy, but yeah, it's just, the whole thing is, I made a podcast about it if you want to know the full story, but the guy is straight up R-word.
Dude, yeah, no, I was listening to that, dude. I work with special needs kids, and dude, I understand R-words really well, and it sounds like he really is one of those guys.
Yeah, and it's crazy how we can't say the whole thing because we're on TikTok. And
yeah, no,
the thing is,
it's like saying unalive. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't even say the actual thing.
The thing is, this is the most hypocritical thing about. You're good. This is the most hypocritical thing about TikTok, is that you can say curse words, right? You would think TikTok is a kids app the way they censor everything, but first of all, we've got girls wearing absolutely nothing or almost nothing, like Sophie Rain. And a bunch of pretty much any female influencer in every video you watch, she's wearing practically nothing. Because actually put clothes on, nobody would give a fuck.
It's a W word.
Yeah.
Jonathan Dean is a bitch. Slugging girls is a bitch. Hey, Addison Miller is a bitch. Hey. Marvel ate my Wawa sub. I got on my Gucci sharp. Jonathan Dean can't eat my fucking fart.
We're gonna have to make that the theme song of the podcast.
Yes.
But
Adonis,
what are they saying about TikTok?
So much Adonis.
Thank you. But what were they saying about TikTok? I can actually curse on here. I can say fuck. Yep. I can say shit.
Yep.
I can say pretty much any curse
word
except
too.
Always. Yeah, I've said cunts more than once, and they don't care. And mind you, that's like the worst curse word in the book, and they say it on here freely, and they do not care. But I can't say the R word, which is actually not an official curse word. Like they censor, like you said, I have to say unalive instead of the K word. There are other, I have to use all these code words now because they censor it. But I can use actual curse words. That doesn't make any sense to me. And what's the point of censoring stuff if I can just use a code word to get around it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the whole thing.
Dude, it's like it ties into a bunch of stuff, like the whole corporations. Like, I hate Apple. I don't know if you like Apple or not. I hate Apple.
Did you hear my rant about Apple? I think you heard my rant because I kid you not, 5 minutes ago I was going on a rant about how bad Apple sucks.
all I heard was the end of that Shark song or whatever that guy was singing about Addison Miller or whatever. But I didn't hear anything about Apple. But I fucking hate Publix too. Those two corporations screw people over all the time. Excuse my language.
Oh, I know, yeah. But I will tell you this about Apple. I'll just go do a quick overview of it because I already explained this. So I have an Android, not because I can't afford an Apple iPhone, but because I don't like Apple. Because I'll tell you this, I have an iPad that was given to me a couple Christmases ago. And that is my main device that I use for my podcasting because it's a bigger screen, better camera quality, etc.
Yeah.
That iPad is only 2 years old, and memory is full that is not from stuff that I've saved, but because Apple does the system updates and installs a bunch of apps that I can't uninstall that take up memory that I could be using for my podcast stuff, but I can't. The iPad, now it won't charge. Like, I have to put it in just right. Like, I can't just plug it in and leave it be. I have to, like, arrange my iPad in the charger and leave it sitting for hours because it won't charge anymore. It's, like, starting to slow down. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with it. And they do this with iPhones, too. And the reason why they do this, so basically Apple makes a bunch of shitty, overpriced products so that you're forced to buy all the new ones that they come out with that are even shittier but cost even more money. Every new iPhone they come out with now, what's different from the last one? It has a better camera. We added a third camera lens. I'm like, dude, it's the same fucking thing as last year, just more expensive and shittier. And that is, Apple is scummy. They're a scummy company, and they're just leeching off of people to steal their money. They convince you, we have the best products because we're expensive. And then people buy into this psyop because they say, hey, if I have an Android phone, I'm not cool. I better have an iPhone because I don't want people thinking I'm a brokey.
Right.
I don't care if you think I'm a brokey. I don't care what you think about me. I proudly walk around with my Android phone. Dude, I will drop this on the ground and it will survive perfectly fine. You drop an iPhone, that thing shatters like glass. Why am I going to go spend thousands of dollars on a phone where if I drop it, it's going to shatter and it's like I got to go get a new one? Like, are you kidding me?
Right. Yeah, I know. It's a total scam. Total scam for sure.
Apple is a scam. And by the way, guys, I said in the beginning I wasn't going to clip this live stream, but this live stream is actually going a lot better than I expected. I think I'm going to have to make this an official podcast episode once I get off.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And dude, you got to make that that one song. That guy who made that song, Grayson, is fire.
Oh, yeah, you know, when Grayson said that, I think you heard me. I thought it was going to be something corny, but it actually turned out to be pretty fire because Jonathan Dean is a bitch.
Yeah, can I try a song?
Go ahead. Go for it.
All right. I gotta think of something on the spot. Can you give me like some kind of beat?
No, I am not a singer.
Oh, come on. Just something light. Give me like a...
Okay, let's see.
All right. Hey. Jonathan is a bitch. He sucks on balls. He sucks on dicks. Jonathan Miller. Same name as C.J. Miller, who's a bitch. Addison Miller is a bitch. Addison Hawkins is a bitch. Just like Hunter Hawkins is a bitch. Nolan Wells is also a bitch. Grayson Nolan Wells is a bitch.
Jonathan Dean is a motherfucking bitch. Slugging girls is a motherfucking bitch. Jonathan Dean is a motherfucking bitch. Addison Miller is a motherfucking bitch. They can all suck on this motherfucking dick. They can all suck on Adonis's dick. Yeah, they can suck on his dick. That big black dick, I'm sure it's really big. I'd like to suck on it. I want to get down and ride on it. That dick is probably huge. It probably feels good in my butt. Like King Tut, come in my butt, come in my butt, come in my butt. Adonis.
Oh God. All right, let me just remind everyone because TikTok just added another restriction. So they took away the original restriction, and now they just added a new one for harassment and bullying. Guys, I'm not bullying anybody, but I don't care. Because TikTok is the actual bitch here because they have no backbone whatsoever. But I'm just letting y'all know in case the live stream just ends. It's not because I hate y'all. It's because TikTok is trying to get rid of me.
Did I mess up?
You're good. No, you're good. No, that was fire.
One thing that's important that you say. didn't say is that you're not suicidal because it will get out there on the internet in case like something happens to you, like the government.
Yeah, I know. I keep reiterating that too.
Yeah.
And there was a point that I was suicidal, but that was like 2 years ago, and I literally forced myself to get out of that mentality. But yeah, if I'm ever dead, because people actually have tried to kill me, if I'm ever dead, if someone claims it as suicide, they are lying.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Grayson, I see your comment. Amen to that.
What'd he say? I missed it.
You got to look at it.
Yeah, we got a few people in here, but what was I gonna say? Oh, that song that you just did, I am going to clip that, and I'm just gonna tag Jonathan Dean. By the way, guys, if you want to go make fun of this guy, his name is like King Dean on Instagram or some stuff.
Oh my God.
I might be saying that wrong because I genuinely don't care about the guy. I haven't looked at his Instagram in forever. Matter of fact, I blocked him on my original account because he was just spewing a bunch of BS. And
Adonis,
I'm like,
you have no idea. I'm gonna get all my homies to slide on him for real.
I am going to find his Instagram and his TikTok if he has one, and I'm going to clip that song, and I am going to tag him in it.
Amen.
And I wasn't going to tag him because I said this earlier. The reason why he came to my job and nowhere else is because he knew that anywhere else it would have been on site. Keep in mind, this guy is way bigger than I am. He takes steroids, so he is a very buff guy. He's also a very aggressive guy. I'm going to be honest with you guys, if me and Dean got into a physical altercation, realistically speaking, I can't confirm that I would win that fight. Because he's bigger than I am and he is stronger than I am. And I would even go as far as to say that he can be more aggressive than I am. And I'm a pretty aggressive person.
Yeah.
But I'm also the kind of guy where even if I know I'm going to lose, I'm going to fight anyway.
Yeah. That's good. That's the dog mentality, you know what I mean? Even when you're an underdog.
Yeah, it's better to lose like a man and get your ass beat versus to cower out. And then, like, obviously there are times where you shouldn't fight. Like, you can't. There was a saying my uncle told me the other day. I don't remember it word by word, but it was something to the effect of, like, basically by arguing with fools, you yourself are a fool. And, like, obviously I argue with fools sometimes because it's, like, part of the podcast and it makes shit entertaining. But I don't waste too much time either. That's why I blocked Dean, because he was a fool and I have better things to waste my time on.
Yeah. Yo, Gucci Shart, holy Shart, dude. Gucci Shart sent $10 million, Gucci Shart.
I wish he sent $10 million.
Oh my gosh, that would change your life.
Yeah, and you know, I would use that money to further my podcast and spread my message out to the world.
Good.
Oh, I would not use it to buy a bunch of Gucci, because I do not care. Like, I genuinely... Guys, if you ever have the opportunity to meet me in person, or some of you are basically meeting me now because you're coming into the live and you're getting to talk to me directly.
Right.
I have the biggest I don't give a fuck mentality out of anyone you'll ever meet. Like, if I'm having a conversation with someone and I'm bored or they're talking nonsense or I genuinely like not enjoy the conversation.
Don't give a shart, bro.
Dude, I will literally just walk away from you. I shit you not. I will literally just walk away and not say a word for you. Like, call me rude if you want to. Once again, I don't care. I'll admit that I'm rude sometimes. I just, you know, you have to be selfish in this life, because people that are selfless, like, now obviously you want to help your friends and help your family, and it can be a natural human instinct to want to help people. But let me ask you this. How many people have helped you, and how many people have you helped and you've been there for them, but then when you're struggling, when you're down in the dump, when it's your turn, when you're struggling and you need someone to be there for you, nobody cares. The people who took advantage of you and took your help for granted and relied on you, when they see you, bro, they see you in trouble and they just choose not to help you.
Right. But you know what? It shows your character that, you know, you still help them out, even though you know that there's a chance they don't help you back.
That's true. And, like, obviously there are still people that I'm loyal to. Like, I don't have many friends. I have a small circle, but the people that I do consider my friends, I'm very loyal to them. I help them the best that I can. But most people on the planet, I just don't give a fuck about, because most people are genuinely shitty people. Most people are shitbags, plain and simple. I go out every single day and I see stupid people, I see rude people, I see people doing stupid things. And by the way, most of the people who say that I'm rude, that I'm an asshole, that I'm whatever, most of these people are saying that because they're just upset that I'm not some bitch that they can walk all over and wipe their feet on. Because they're used to hanging out with people that normalize their shitty behavior. So when you have someone like me who will go on a podcast and call out their shitty behavior, they get offended by it. Because I explained this in one of my last podcast episodes, and this was about the system and what's going on at the Miami courthouse right now, and how people in government are doing things that are unconstitutional. Mm-hmm. Anytime there is someone trying to shed a light on the truth, the bad guys will always try to silence him and make him look like the bad guy, because their entire foundation is built upon nothing but lies. That's why this event is going on at the Miami courthouse right now. That's why I went through my shit at Florida State. I genuinely don't believe it was because of the Annabelle doll. Because if Meadow Eads or Julia Ernst walked around campus with an Annabelle doll, I don't think they would have cared. I think they would have laughed at it. I think they used the Annabelle doll as an excuse to make me look like some sort of creepy weirdo. Because I was talking shit about a lot of people. I was calling out a lot of fake people. And I basically put a target on my back by doing that. And I think they were trying to silence me by making me look like the bad guy. Because like I just said, when their entire foundation, it's like a fucking Jenga puzzle. They got Jenga block after Jenga block, and it's all lies. You remove just one of those blocks, and it risks their entire foundation falling apart because it's built on nothing but lies.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I might be a rude person, I might be aggressive, I might be blunt, but at least I'm not fake. I can guarantee you, I am not fake.
Holy
at the end of the day, I would rather be
Charlie
a
Clark. Oh wait,
say
sorry.
what?
Sorry, my fault. My fault.
I was gonna say that happened almost a year ago. I think we're a little late to the party.
No, I think that's Charlie Clark. I'm thinking of Charlie Clark.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
but
sorry, my fault.
as I was, you're good. But as I was saying, shit, I lost my. You made me lose my train of thought. I'm kidding.
No, I'm sorry, my fault. It popped up on my phone and go crazy.
No, you're good. But
it's probably Apple listening to you, bro. Loki.
Yeah, but I remember. Let me say this before it slips my mind again. But I would rather be viewed as narcissistic, arrogant, aggressive, rude, blunt, whatever bad name you want to call me, than a fake person. Because, matter of fact, go listen to my last episode. It's called Andrew Blaze, the Pretender. Basically, a friend of mine in Miami, he tried to dictate what I say and how I act on my podcast, and he tried to tear me down. He came after me. He tried to make me feel lesser of myself. He came after my friends and whatnot by talking shit about them. It was just being a rude person and overstepping boundaries. And the reason he did that is because he's a fake person who wants views. He's leeching off of I'm not going to say his name, but the person I'm going to the protest for in Miami in 2 days. He's trying to leech off of that person's name to make himself popular. And he's upset because I have more aura than him, and because I'm more confident than him, and because I speak better than him. And it's not that I'm necessarily better than him, it's that I've been doing this for 3 years and he just started 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So naturally I'm going to garner more attention. I'm going to be better than him because I know what I'm doing. He's still learning. He's still an amateur. But he let his envy get the best of him, and he came after me because he's a fake person. The person that he is on camera and off camera are two completely different personalities, while I'm the complete opposite. I am the same person both on camera and off camera. I ain't got anything to hide. He does. And that's why he got defensive. That's why he got envious. And so, back to my original point, I would rather be viewed as every bad name in the book. At least I can lay my head on my pillow at night and I can honestly tell everyone that I am not a fake person and that I genuinely mean what I say.
Amen. Facts. Hey, there's some Mormons knocking at my door right now, so I gotta go, but I'm gonna shoot you a follow, and let's do this again sometime.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks for joining.
Yes, of course, man. You're the best. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too. All right, guys. I've been on for a minute now, so I'm going to accept one more guest request, and then I'm going to get off. Sorry for those of you waiting. but I do go live on here occasionally. I don't go live on here all the time because I talk about a lot of uncensored topics, and TikTok likes to censor those topics. And I don't want to get banned because I'm using TikTok to push out more reach to my podcast. So go follow me on Kick at Adonis Podcasting. Follow me on Twitter at Adonis Ultimate. Follow my Instagram at Adonis.ultimate. Go follow my YouTube at Adonis Podcasting. This is where I am most uncensored. And guys, uncensored stuff, when stuff is truly uncensored, that is the most entertaining you can get. So I'm going to accept one more person, and then we're going to call it a night. Okay, everyone might have left. Let's see. Let's see. It says waiting for this guest to join. Okay, he left. You left too. Okay, Cole, it's trying to connect you, but I don't know if I got a slow network or what. It's connecting. This place doesn't have a trash can. It's still weird. Oh no, it's right behind. Alright, it looks like everyone got tired of waiting, so I'm gonna end it here, but we had quite a few people join. We got over 18 shares, so thanks for everyone for spreading the word, for sharing the live stream. Thanks to everyone who joined and talked. It's good to talk to people and get like an insider's perspective. This is like, what do you call it? I know it's gonna come to me as soon as I get off the live stream, but you know when companies are testing a product, and so they have a meeting where they bring in random customers, and they have people test out their products, and they're hiding behind a two-way mirror to get customers' honest feedback. That's basically what this is, bringing people up here, getting honest feedback and whatnot. Difference is, I'm not hiding behind a two-way mirror because I'm not a fake coward. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Thanks y'all for joining the Adonis Podcast, and I'll see you later.